Okay, I think everything is working exactly the way we need it to. Hello there, City Boy here, and welcome back to Warframe now. We've got 2.5 minutes, so I'm going to see, can we get a resource booster? I hope that'd be nice. A resource blessing, I should say. It'd be really nice if we could. But I'm not gonna bank everything on that happening. Oh, going line 3, yeah, get that out. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to make my Mufasa image a meme. Don't mean that. They're making a Mufasa prequel live action film thing that looks really well. It looks and sounds ridiculous. But on one of the marketing images, I just saw this like weird image of Mufasa. He's like trying to look sad or something like that. It's just a weird image to see in isolation. So all I did is I just screenshot it, and then I've just saved it on my laptop. So now that's a meme. That's like a thing that it's just that's like the shocked reaction meme. That's what that is. Could I pretty please wait a second? Pretty please get an a resource. You're really not helping with these, are you? Blessing. Be really nice. Right, I'll go until 11 minutes past, I suppose, and then we'll see what happens. What can I do for 2 minutes? Play. I wonder if I should just play like Wake Up or something like that. Wait for it. Wait, what? What? What are you? No, just play the... Alright, there we go. Wait for it. There we go. It's very loud, isn't it? Hang on. There we go. One of the more redeeming soundtracks in Mass Effect 3. One of the more. This is like the only redeeming like part of the associating scene. Like, yeah, the conversation around it, like the conversation, yeah, that was stupid. The Star Child was stupid and all that, yeah. But this soundtrack, oh, I love it. We needed this scene. This scene should have happened. Just obviously not the way that it did. Credit boosters, please, and thank you. Everyone's after something different. Can the MR30s keep up with demand? All right, I'm guessing that's a no. Mobile defense and rescue. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Let's go. Right, we'll call that there. Okay. Hopefully we don't get. Oh no. Hopefully we don't get too many frame drops. I'm watching this here. We're getting a few frame drops. I need to do something about this like encoder or something, man. Like, does it need a fresh driver or something? Like, 100% CPU usage. Why? What's using it all? Like, I'm on Task Manager now. What's using all of it? I think Twitch Studio is just really resource intensive. I don't know why.
Or just went mad. Something else dirty. Oh, there I go again.
You sounded so sad about that, Otis. I think we're just gonna have to hope for the best, I suppose. I mean, it's one of those. Like, I mean, I can't, as far as I'm aware, I can't reduce the amount of stuff it takes. All right, let's get going. We're on a rescue mission.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location.
Indeed.
All
All right.
Technology won't be enough to stop us.
Yeah, mate.
Attack us and we will counter.
As usual,
Watch out.
we are going
I'm
to be
detecting void
looting
fissures
up.
nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
I do, as a matter of fact, Lotus.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics.
That's one thing I
The
could be doing.
enemies are dropping reactant. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be getting 35 relics cracked this time, but we could, at the very least, make a huge amount of progress. All right, whoa! I'm seeing that lag there. I am seeing that.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Come on! Sure, but at the same time, you know, all that's good and all. I just want to... Okay, I will literally just keep doing this. Like, don't... There you go. Alright, got that in the end. 15 endo. Sure, why not? Off we go. Boom. Oh, well, good. I got rid of... we're back on Taxon for the minute, because I don't want him scanning some random things, you know? Boom. Lovely. Oh, by the way, just on a whim, I looked up, like, I can't remember what it was that, like, reminded me of it, or made me want to do it, but, I looked up why parrots, like, mimic stuff. Like, it just sort of suddenly occurred to me, I'm like, yeah, we all know that parrots mimic stuff, but why? Why do parrots mimic stuff? And it's because of how intelligent they are as creatures, they crave social interaction, and so they just do the thing that's most likely to get them attention. So, like, obviously, it's like, you know, when they mimic human sounds, well, like when that usually gets us a lot of praise, appreciation, and attention. That gets us. Like, I'm not a parrot, in case anyone hadn't realised. It usually gets them a lot of, you know, attention from humans when they mimic the McDonald's theme or something like that. I'm not a parrot that did that. By the way, they just it's just I'm sat in a room and all of a sudden, like every so often, I just hear the parrots go, and I'm like, maybe chuckle. Every time they did it. And so, like, yeah, they just crave they crave attention, and so, yeah, like, obviously every time they mimic a sound or something, it just sets humans off with adoration. Let's go on the offensive. Adoration is a word, isn't it? I know admiration is, but if you adore something is what I'm going for. And so obviously they learn, hey, if I mimic all these different sounds, this is what gets me the most attention. So that's how that works. Wait a minute, go. Aha! Give me stars. All right. Well, it would appear that we missed the day on Dead Space 3, which means I'm 3 days behind on uploading videos, which I do intend on catching back up on. Worry not. I'm trying to figure out where the hours in the day are going, because, you know, I used to be mostly successful with, you know, a couple of hiccups, I suppose. I used to be mostly successful with
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I thought you had like I thought I heard something then. I used to be like mostly successful with maintaining the 1 a day schedule. Back when I had to like render everything for 2 hours, but now it's like I don't know where the hours are going. I feel like it's because I'm way more attentive of the whole daily Warframe stuff. Like, I don't know, like, I don't miss days doing the stuff on Warframe, you know?
Hurry up. You are running out of time.
Or at the very least, I rarely do. So I guess maybe the extra hour and a half a day of me, like, making sure I get that done. I suppose what it is because I used to have to render everything. I used to always have my I used to always have my laptop doing something, i.e. rendering, while I would do things like the Warframe grind.
I've got some scores to settle.
Whereas even though I don't have to render as much with my laptop, I still need to. I think what it is I haven't managed to get things into the convenient like places on the board because while I was rendering the 2 halves of a video pre-edit in the past, I would be doing like the Warframe daily stuff like the syndicates and stuff like that. Whereas now, even though I don't have to edit before, even though I don't have to render before the edit, I still have to do the Warframe stuff before 5. But on top of so like what would really help me out and be incredibly convenient is if I rendered a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, if I manage to edit a whole bunch of stuff and then render and upload that stuff while I do the daily Warframe stuff, that would be like the super ideal. Which is what it's like if I can edit 2 videos now, like by the end of today. I feel like if I go until 10, I should be able to edit that 2 hour. Well, the first video I did of the no, this will be the second video I think of me leveling everything up with the this will be the second video I did of because it was basically like a 3-part thing, wasn't it? When I got the affinity booster quite recently and I leveled a whole bunch of stuff up, but it was like 3 videos, wasn't it, of me doing that. So this will be the second video I think. That will only be like a couple of hours, I'm pretty sure. So I can edit through that relatively quick. If I can edit through that, I can edit through the Blair Witch video. That would be great. Then I can render one of them overnight. There's not actually much Warframe grind stuff that I have to do today. But if I did that, if I rendered one of them overnight, I can upload it early into the morning, get the thumbnail sorted and all that, and then I would have a decent amount of time trying to do things. I'd have a lot of time. I'd have like most of that day to just edit, just do nothing but editing. Because I've already done the syndicate stuff. Like when it reset at 5, I've already done most of it. I've only got 2 missions left, so I could do that really easy. So that'd be good. And then if I oh no, the encoder thing is still being a bit dodgy. We've got the Master Prime handle. I'm pretty sure that's a 15. Then I could be able to. Excuse me. Hang on. What was it in the middle of? I can't remember what I was in the middle of saying. Yeah, if I get through the syndicate missions really easy, and if I rendered a video tonight, then I can get that edited until early hours of tomorrow and edit like a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like with a good push, I should be able to just edit everything tomorrow.
We need to find and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to
and if
them.
I did that, that would be like pretty much me caught up for the next few days at least.
Machines
Anyway.
with spare parts?
Let's go.
Void fishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury?
I saw that. I did see that.
A fisher. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics.
I had no idea which lock I was trying to click on then.
The enemies are dropping reactant. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
Okay, screw you.
Come on.
There you go. And airdrop a bunch of troops on me, you douchebag. Alright. Well, that's all of them gone. It's like rescue missions, man. The enemies drop reactants so often. Get on these guys. Let's do that. And here's the thing, I wouldn't even have to like straightly do everything. I wouldn't even like, I would have the rest of tomorrow and well, most of the day, a significant portion of the day after to record and edit and all that, because I wouldn't have to do the Syndicate stuff until about 3:30. Like that leaves it at like 3:30 with the amount of time it takes to do them all and search for all the resources, like the tokens and stuff. That's like how much time I need to leave myself to actually finish them before 5. So yeah, there's that to consider. So like yeah, if I get the Syndicate stuff done today, quite early on, like after 10, I mean, I should have a decent amount of time today to do stuff, you know. Go. There. Go. We got all those. Lovely. So I can do whoa. So I can do the Syndicate stuff tomorrow while I wait a minute. I can do the Syndicate stuff tomorrow while I do a bunch of other things. So no, sorry, what I'm trying to say is I can do the Syndicate stuff while I while I upload the videos tomorrow. It's like if I'm trying to think, like if I resource allocate, you know, like I instead of uploading and rendering everything in one big batch, I render everything as and when I need to. When it like I wait until like 5, for example, when it's time for me to do the Syndicate stuff, and then I do that, and like then I render everything, because then you know, time allocation, big brain stuff. It'd be great.
The execution sequence.
Sure, give me a hit.
Robots
No.
inbound.
There we go.
The bypass is done.
Is
Go.
it now? Off we go.
Star is not a minute too soon.
Well, that's good to hear. That means I'm making good time.
Locate the hostage. Escort the prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
Let's go.
I need a weapon.
I'm going the wrong way completely. We gotta go this way. Alright, what have we got in this area? So, we beat Alan Wake Remastered. I figured as
Stay
much.
focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Alright, hang about. Yeah, we beat Alan Wake Remastered. Obviously, we've still got other stuff to do there. Like, you know, I have to replay the game on the harder difficulties. I have to do the DLC and all that kind of stuff. But we do intend. I do intend on eventually going back to them. But I'm going to do that at another time. I wonder if I should, instead of starting like Stardew Valley and Everspace and all the games that I said I was going to start, you know, as soon as I go back and I do the stuff that I've been saying I want to, like, that I replaced them. I replaced. So I just did the same thing. I replaced them with things like the Mass Effect Renegade run and that kind of thing. You know. Although, no, I'm not going to do that, only because I want to get my perfect run in Mass Effect over with before I do anything else. Like I've already started, and I was like halfway through Mass Effect 2 on my perfect run as well before I started the game from scratch after not playing it for like a year. So it's like I don't actually want to start the game again, you know. especially when I'm about to do my run differently. So no, I think what I am gonna do is I'll put off stuff like that for a long. I might come back and do like I might come back and do like the Alan Wake thing, but I will put off the Renegade run for until I finish that next playthrough. Yeah, because it's like basically that run that I kind of intended to do with because the playthrough that we ended up going with in Mass Effect, you know, like with like for example with Udina being the counselor and stuff like that. Like that wasn't meant to happen. That was one of his tricks. That was, you know, he manipulated the stuff there. That wasn't supposed to happen. Because in the original playthrough, the one that I was trying to emulate as closely as possible was and that's why that's why I made sure to romance Jack. Even though I did the romance options for all the characters, I ended up like undoing them. I mean, like, you know, I reversed the save and that kind of stuff. I made sure, like, okay, let me pick a different option this time.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
Void Fishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury?
Overconfident. No, I'm not getting tired of saying that.
Look out for reactant.
Also,
Move and strike. We have to win this.
thank you, Tony boy. Halo started calling me Tony now as well. I hate him. Right. He's doing it to troll me. Like he knows it's not Tony, but is it Tony the Tooie man? That's what he's called me. He calls me Tooie man. I don't like not Toonie man. Tooie man, like without the N. Like his heart is black. That's what he is. All right. Anyway, what was it in the middle of? What was it in the middle of? That's a very good question.
Corrupted foes are dropping reactant.
Thank you, Lotus.
Use it to crack open a relic.
I will do exactly that, Lotus, because
Want to open that relic?
sarcastically mocking your dialogue is like the thing that's buying me time until I remember what it was that I was talking about. Yeah, but it's things like like that's why I had to like undo Tali's romance and then make sure that I romance Jack, because that was what happened in the original playthrough, and I didn't want to. Here's the thing: I didn't want to.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Thank you, Lotus. What I was trying to avoid was using in-game knowledge of like future events in order to get a better playthrough. Like for example, if I had played the suicide mission, I wouldn't have gotten characters out like things like that. Like I wouldn't have gotten characters out alive that I didn't do the first time in the playthrough. Like obviously in
Collected enough reactant to open your relic.
Thank you, Lotus. In like additional play, like for example, that's what I'm gonna do. Like in this next run now, that's off camera. Like my perfect run is because Morden shouldn't have died in the suicide mission. Nobody's supposed to die in the suicide mission. That's the thing, because pretty much everybody. Not only is everybody's deaths in the suicide mission, almost entirely, with the exception of like a couple of people, they're incredibly short-winded. In that, like, it's basically it's literally it is supposed to be a failure. It's a punishment for failing a choice. It's not like the cutscene that usually kills them. It is really short. You basically just see the character die and then like you move on not as if nothing happened, like not quite as if nothing happened, but it's not dwelled upon, especially in that. I can see that happening, by the way. I can see. You see the in-game model lying on the floor cutscene because you've got people killed. Like they're not actually supposed to die, because most of the characters have they have stories and continuations in Mass Effect 3. Like they're supposed to survive because they're supposed to go on and do all these other things in later games. That's why most of the characters all have replacement characters in Mass Effect 3, which is really annoying in its own right, but that's because certain events are supposed to happen, but they can't happen if a character doesn't make them happen. So, for example, if Mordin's dead in the suicide mission, which he was in mine, then you have what's his name, Paddock wins or something like that. I can't remember. But it's basically a Solarian scientist who does everything that Mordin does in Mass Effect 3. Like literally, like I'm sorry, man, but there's a reason why Joker makes the joke and calls him not Mordin. Like that's like the scene in Game of Thrones of Davos talking about how Gendry might still be rowing across the ocean to this day. It's like it's very obvious at that point that the devs were well aware, that like the writers were well aware of how the replacement character for Mordin was literally just Mordin. Like he was Mordin's replacement character. He was Mordin, but not Mordin. And to all the players would have just called him not Mordin. So they got ahead of the curve and just had Joker call him not Mordin for a joke. And you're like, right, okay. So that's the thing. It's very obvious that in the suicide mission you're supposed to get, especially with in the absence. I made the worst possible decision in the escort segment. Like, it was a completely reasonable decision. I stand by my decision in that moment. However, mechanically, like, you know, how the choices are, how deaths are weighed up based on your choices in the game, I made what would have been the worst decision. Well, no, what that was the worst decision. Because that's why all the choices in the suicide mission were so incredibly easy. Like they were downright obvious. You could only get most of them wrong on purpose, or if you didn't complete most of the loyalty missions, which you would only do if you. I suppose it's possible if you, because again, when you. Well, like if you, it is actually possible. It's only just now occurred to me that no, it is actually possible for you to progress too far, like further in the story than you meant to, without doing the side missions, because you were trying to find a good, spot in the story to, into which to like start doing all the side missions. Like I don't know, maybe some people like to do a couple of side missions and then. Wow, I'm doing really well with these console hacks now, aren't I? The rescue tags to me, because I keep getting them like the first try. You know, I like to find a good story mission to. I like to find the right story mission to leave off, and then just do like all the side missions. Or like in Mass Effect 1, for example, I basically just went around. I didn't do any of the main missions for like most of the game until there was no more side stuff to do. You know, like some people do what I did. You know, well, more importantly, I do what I do like that. But then other people will actually just do like a couple of side missions and then a couple of main missions and then and stuff like that, right? But in Mass Effect 2, in Pikmin Wolf, or is it Pick Wolf? I can't remember. I think it's Pikmin Wolf. It's not just Pikmin, is it? I can't remember. But he did a video where he was talking about how, yeah, in Mass Effect 2, there's that mission where you do the mission, and then if you touch the galaxy map after that mission, no, I think it's, you can only use the galaxy map, or you can only, like, you know, visit one station, or do one mission, or you can only do one thing in the galaxy map, after completing a certain story mission, before you hit the point of no return, which is basically a point. Well, it's a point where the game says you can't like go around and do side stuff. You're locked in now for the rest of the game. This is like you're going into the last mission. It's like Mass Effect 1's point of no return was when you go to Ilos. So once you hit that icon on Ilos, the rest of the game is just one mission now. Like you don't go back to the Normandy and go here, there, or everywhere. It's no, that you do this. And
stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Yeah, so like it has just now occurred to me that you may have actually intended to do all the side missions, but you probably weren't aware of the fact that once you do a certain story mission, you can only use the galaxy map one time before you're locked in with the point of no return, because you don't actually know that there's a point of no return. So, like yeah, it is actually possible that you would get people killed because you didn't do the loyalty missions in that circumstance. But assuming that didn't happen, assuming you did everybody's loyalty missions, like because you did the side missions as they came up rather than doing like a couple side missions then a main mission or stuff like that. Assuming all of that is true, then make the actual choices themselves. The actual choices themselves for the suicide mission are incredibly obvious and easy. Like you're not gonna make the wrong choice on purpose in absence of you're not gonna make the wrong choice by accident. Like in absence of there is one instance where I can see the reasoning, but you're still not likely. Like you can. Here's the thing. You can play favorites in the suicide mission choices, right? Like you just choose your favorite. You just choose your favorite character, and most times, as long as your favorite character is suited to the task, like for example, your favorite character might be Grunt, but you're not going to send him to hack the terminal, are you? Like But if your favorite stealth-based character is like if your favorite character is Tali, then like she's obviously going to be the best choice. If your favorite character is Kasumi, she's going to be the best choice. If your favorite character is someone like Legion, he's going to be the best choice. Like, do you know what I mean? You can have any of these favorite characters. Things like Garrus, Garrus's entire narrative is basically based around, it's a bit of a weird sentence. Helos can use synthesis scanner to scan. What? I need to read that again. All right.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity.
What was in the middle of saying?
And bring them
Yeah, I've already forgotten what it was I was saying. I'll come back to it in a second.
But are you confident you can withstand their fury?
It's like, yeah, Garrus's entire narrative is based around like his ability to lead a team successfully. So choosing him to lead the team in the suicide mission is like his character arc. So like yeah, most people I imagine would pick Garrus for that because as if you're gonna like, I'm sorry, I don't know anything, but as if you're gonna pick Miranda over Garrus. I only picked her the second time because I wanted Garrus in my crew, and like I said, I don't mind Miranda. So like yeah, I picked Miranda for the second team leader objective when I brought Garrus into my main team. But like the first time, I obviously picked Garrus to lead the team, like obviously. But that's the thing is that with I'm trying to keep an eye out on these frame drops. Like that's the thing. In absence of like the extreme, like in absence of one or two instances, you basically play favorites in the suicide mission choices. Like you're not punished for it whatsoever. The chances are that of all of the specialists that you're given a choice between in any given segment, your favorite is probably going to be the successful candidate. And then what else was I going to say here? I can't 100% remember. Wait a minute. What's going on over here on the map? Oh no, you are just something. And that's what I mean, right? Well, because I was saying the choices for the suicide mission are pretty much incredibly easy because you're not going to choose the wrong option by accident. The only one that you will, besides the one that I chose wrong on, obviously, the only one that you might choose wrong on is if you choose Miranda as the biotic for the biotic task. But here's the thing. You're not going to choose Jacob or Thane. You're not going to choose Jacob or Thane. Like, come on, man. As if you're going to choose Jacob or Thane. Like, I don't mind Jacob, and I like Thane, but you're not going to choose them for a biotic specialist task when you have Jack, Samara, because nobody has Morinth unless they're doing Renegade, Jack, Samara, or Miranda on their team. Miranda will actually get you a fail, because, like, she isn't the best on the team out of the biotics, but you could be mistaken for thinking that she had what it takes because, you know, of her, like, she's supposed to be genetically perfect. Like, her biotics were given to her by, you know, her father, who intended to create basically a perfect human in terms of physical appearance, the like in terms of her skills, her intelligence, everything. Like she's basically she's designed to be perfect. So you'd be excused for thinking, ooh, maybe she like has, you know, top of the line biotics or this, that, or the other. But you know, Jack is. I don't need to explain all the Mass Effect characters to you, but it's reasonable. If somebody told me that they chose Miranda for that task, I wouldn't like question them as to why, especially if they somehow didn't have Samara or Jack's loyalty missions done. Like in that case, especially. Whoa.
The captive will be in one of these cells. Search them. Hurry up. You are running out of time.
Oh, the first one that I've gotten wrong today. Luckily, there's only one other. And it's an auto hack, which is great.
Forget this, Tenno.
It's not auto breach, it's an auto hack. Right.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect
Okay.
them at all costs.
Yeah, mate. And then you've got the Morden one. Like Morden. Sorry. Like I chose Grunt.
I've got some scores to settle.
There are three characters. There are three characters. I'm pretty sure Does the 13 total squad members count Shepard as well? I can't remember. Or are there 13 actual selectable squad mates? I'm trying to remember. But let's just say there's 12. There are 12 there are 12 characters. You can choose between literally any one of your squad mates that you have on your team, right? You can choose between 12 team members for the escort mission. Literally, like all of them, any squad member on your team, all of them, right, are 100% success rate viable teammates. Like there's no choice to be made there whatsoever. The only three people that you have to, because here's the thing, you're not aware of the choice you're actually making. Like the game's pulling a fast one on you in this situation, where it doesn't tell you the choice you're actually making. It's dressing, it's a misdirection, and it's really, really frustrating. Because it's based on information that you don't have anyway. But here's the thing. There are only three characters that you're not supposed to pick, and that's Grunt, Zaid, and Garrus, because those are the strongest team members, and so the idea is that you don't have them with you on your team. So like whoever you send back to the Normandy doesn't return from the Normandy for the rest of the mission. Like they're gone, they're safe. Which obviously I didn't know at the time. I didn't know that the person wasn't going to be coming back. But besides the point, anyway. What was I in the middle of again? So yeah, the only characters you're not supposed to pick are Grunt, Zaid, and Garrus. Garrus was going to be on my team. Like I wasn't going to pick him unless like there was something specific that I thought he specifically needed to do. You know, he was just going to be on my team. Like I wasn't going to send him for anything.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
And I didn't trust Zaid. That's the thing. Like Zaid, I'm not going to get into Zaid's character and why his development really makes no sense. It kind of just comes out of nowhere. Like I wasn't going to pick Zaid. So that only left. That only left one character that I shouldn't have chosen, and I chose him, and it was Grunt. And obviously, I stand by the decision that I made because of the reasons why I made that decision. I still think my reasoning was solid, but yeah, mechanically, he's the only character out of that selection that you're not supposed to choose. You could choose literally anybody else other than Morden. No. You choose literally anybody else.
Search for the hostage and bring him home.
Wait, what?
The Corpus are just a cult, worshipping money.
Yeah, mate. I mean, then again, we really do like our credit boosters.
Use these to crack open a relic.
Yeah. And that, basically, brings me back to the thing that started it all.
To open relics.
That it's very obvious that characters aren't supposed to die because of how easy all of the suicide mission choices are to get everybody out alive.
You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
Because the point is that even though I did choose wrong, it was supposed to be an incredibly easy choice to get right. Like, out of all of the, like,
As soon as you can.
here's the thing,
Don't
as
have much
you know,
time.
I do still stand by like the rationale I used behind I still stand behind the rationale that I used in the decision, but mechanically there was only one character that I shouldn't have chosen. There was only one character out of the ones I was going to choose. Like, again, I was never going to choose Zaid, but there was only one character out of that list that I should not have chosen that would have lived. If I'd have chosen literally anybody, then Mordin would have survived. Literally anybody else. Like, and I chose the one character out of that list that got Mordin killed. Like, yeah, the choice was incredibly easy. It was just, you know, the choice itself was a misdirection and was silly. Yeah, mate. So, but that's my point. Is that in my perfect run, I'm definitely going to be like sorting that choice out. I'm definitely going to be sorting that sorting that choice out and making sure that Mordin survives. Because I will simply be I'll make sure Mordin survives because he's supposed to, like, him especially is supposed to be in Mass Effect 3. Now, I get that. Here's the thing, man. I get that Mass Effect 3 probably wasn't written by the time especially the suicide mission, by the time the Mass Effect 2 was being made. But I don't know, man. The fact that the first character who's the character who is first to die, if any characters die at all in that particular section. The first character to die is a main character from Mass Effect 3, is a character with an extremely important arc and plot relevance in Mass Effect 3. Like, why? Like, yes, the side character in Mass Effect 2, who is most likely to die, is incredibly important to Mass Effect 3. Why? Why would you make him the first to die? Like, again, it's this thing. It's this thing, like, yeah, look, I like Sumi and everything. Kasumi, you know, of course I like Kasumi, but the, like, she's not relevant to anything in either Mass Effect 2 or 3. Like, she's, you know, great character and everything, nothing wrong with her whatsoever, but, she doesn't do anything in Mass Effect 3. She's got no relevance to it whatsoever. So you're like, okay, and again, that's what I mean. I can pass it off as a development thing where like Mass Effect 3 wasn't written when the suicide mission was made. Yeah, I do get that, but it's still frustrating that this is how it played out. That of all the characters that are of all the characters where their deaths are prioritized in what is basically it's not a dice roll, is it? Of all the characters that are like their death priorities are basically arranged in terms of plot importance in reverse, and that is just incredibly important. Like, the first person to die out of all the characters in this segment, and you kill the most important one rather than like the person who doesn't really do anything in the franchise at all except for be a fan favorite. It's like Garrus, you know, he's the one who basically builds his team of elite specialists to fight the Reapers. He's the one who, and you know, he's basically the one who fights for your name in you know, on Palaven, and helps them prepare for the Reaper invasion. He's the one that, you know, helps. He's the one that helps Shepard secure Turian aid for Earth, and he's the one that, you know, like, he does all this stuff. He's great. You know, he has this important character arc that accomplishes a whole bunch of stuff. You know, like, even it's like Grunt isn't entirely plot relevant, but he does. He's more relevant than Kasumi, but he doesn't. It's not like 100% relevant. You know, he shows up in a main mission, but it's not. Like it being him isn't like completely necessary or relevant, but it's still more relevant than Kasumi. And you sat there like, why is she the one that? Okay.
There's a heavy unit approaching. You are approaching the holding area.
There we go.
Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Yep. And you just sat there, man. Like the first character to die is
Here are
Mordin.
the
Like,
holding
really,
cells.
wow,
Search each one for the hostage.
lovely.
I'm in your debt, Tenno. Let's
Nah.
go home.
Never in a million years.
You've located the hostage. Escort the prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
Let's go on the offensive.
Got an extra weapon? They won't just let us walk out of here.
We've got robots inbound.
Alright, I would very much appreciate a couple of Iatan sculptures. It's been a long time, you know, since I've had a auto sculpture. You know, I feel like I could do with getting another one of those. It's been a little too long, you know?
For the lowest.
Boom. I thought I saw a new locust seed then for a second. That was very odd. Alright, whoa.
For the tenor.
Don't mind me, I'm just chuckling about a self-made meme that only exists in here. No, I'm not sharing. It's not bad or anything. Just no, not sharing. Alright, what we're gonna get? Have we actually gotten anything useful today? Farmer. I need to claim the farmer. I feel like I haven't claimed the farmer in like a week. Yes. Okay. All right. Oh. Ah, that was good. Right. Alright, 18,000 of that stuff. Right, okay, so, farmer, boom, give, 23 hours, EMA. That's just going to be 8 o'clock again, I can tell. Lift G10 relic. Alright, let's go. Let's keep going. I mean, this thing's going to be, I feel like it's just going to be like our thing now for the rest of the stream. Like, there's plenty of time. It's going to be here for another hour and 3 minutes. I very much doubt that we're going to be getting much else out of this.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location.
Void fissures. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury?
Lotus, you already know what I'm going to tell you.
You found a fissure. Look out
Nope,
for
what
reactions.
fissure? Don't know what you mean.
Let's go.
Let's do
Use
this.
that reactant to open a relic. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep
And we
searching.
shall not, Lotus. Worry not. You know who you have gotten on this mission, don't you? I am an incredibly stubborn individual who doesn't leave until the objective is done, unless they lock me into a cutscene where the main character leaves until the job's done. Alright. And if I ever leave at all, it's to make sure that I live to complete the task in the most surefire way possible. Alrighty then.
For the tenor.
No, it's like the scene that I was thinking of when I was describing that is a scene in the Fall of Thessia in Mass Effect 3. Like the bit that annoys me in that isn't that like we didn't. It's not that like we left or anything. It's just that Shepard spent so much time standing there looking like he sat there like he stood there like accepting defeat, accepting failure, and all that. It's like, mate, like. It's like, okay, Kai Leng is currently getting away with the catalyst, and in order to beat the
Well done,
Reapers,
Tenno.
we have to get that catalyst. Like, here's the thing. He acts as if he was trying to protect and defend Thessia. And like he's failed to do so, and it's like, no. It's like, oh no, we can't save Thessia because Kai Leng has a catalyst. And you're like, right, so let's go get it then. Let's like, come on, Shepard, like, fucking snap to, get to the Normandy, and let's get after Kai Leng. Like, let's do it, let's go. But like, now he just, there's loads of sad music in the background while he sat there. He's like stood there in a very cinematic and visually pleasing shot, might I add. He's just sort of stood there admiring the view as a sovereign, sadly admiring the view as a sovereign class Reaper descends on people as they scream in terror. And I'm sat there like, Shepard, like, he's getting away. We need to go after him. Let's go. Like that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's the fact that like he doesn't plan out his next mission or anything like that. He gives up. Shepard gives up, and he has to have. It's like when he goes to speak to the Asari counselor. He doesn't like have any kind of plan in mind, or he's not actionable. He's not doing anything. He's got his head against the wall, and he depressingly tells the Asari counselor, he's like, we failed. Thessia has fallen. I failed. We can't stop the Reapers. And you're like, what do you mean we can't stop the Reapers? And then the Asari counselor says, I see. Plans, and it's like she's accepting that without the catalyst, the Reapers have won. We can't beat them, which is true. In Mass Effect 3, we can't beat the Reapers without the catalyst, and Kai Leng has stolen the catalyst. We have failed to retrieve it. Yeah, yes, this is all objectively correct. And then she starts saying like, well, plans have to be put in motion. The continuity of civilization has to be considered. And she's basically talking about the fact that, well, civilization is going to be destroyed by the Reapers, so we have to put plans in motion to preserve our cultures and history in Liara's codex. Like we have to leave behind information for the next civilizations that come after us. And the cycle this, the cycle that. Like, yeah, continuity of civilization has to be considered. Plans must be put in motion. All that. I'm sat there like, guys, is nobody gonna like even entertain the thought of going after Kai Leng? Like, here's the thing. It's just like he gives up without even trying. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't. Not only does he give up without even trying, but it's the fact that he's entertaining the thought of giving up pre-death. Like, in the first place, I'm like, when has Shepard ever been in a position where he wants to give up? Like, mate, he had no reason to believe that they could successfully take out the collector base. Yet when the collectors, when the collectors, destroyed, when the collectors, abducted his entire crew, like, he didn't have anything to say about that, did he? Like, he didn't give up in that situation, did he? As the SR-1 blew up around him, like, no, of course not. Like, why would he? That's not who he is. He's Commander Shepard. He's always moving his two legs. He's always pointing his gun at something. He's always taking the next step, whether or not it leads to the same, whether or not it even takes him forward. He's always moving his two legs. Like, that's the Commander Shepard that I was playing as through the 3 games. So it was just really, really, really annoying to see Shepard sort of standing there admiring the view as the Reapers descended on Thessia, and I'm like, it's the whole thing. Like, he's accepted defeat. He's not been defeated. He's accepted defeat. That's the problem. Like, Shepard being beaten, or like being like Shepard not knowing how exactly to beat the enemy, but still, like, it's not that Shepard doesn't know how to beat the enemy or anything like that. Like, he didn't know how to beat the collectors. All he knew is that he had to try. Is that he had to give everything he had. Like, that was always the interesting bit. But Nope.
Let's go on the offensive.
In Mass Effect 3, they try and force this narrative that Shepard's at his wit's end. He's at the edge of he's at the end of his ability, and this, that, the other. And it's like, look, he was always at the end of the ability, and it didn't stop him then. Hang on, wait for it. Like, yeah, here's the thing. Shepard was always at the end of his ability. That's why he built a team of like 12 awesome badasses. Like, yeah, he was like, it was always too big for him. That's why he expanded his team. So yeah, that was always the thing that like annoyed me in Mass Effect 3 was it's the Shepard giving up angle. I'm like, this isn't Shepard's arc. Do you know what I mean? This isn't. Well, I mean, like, it could be an arc, but here's the thing. It's they made Shepard's character They made Shepard's character way more constant in Mass Effect 3, in that it's less defined by your choices and more defined by just the writers giving him a character. And it's like this isn't the character I've been playing for 3 games. Do you know what I mean? Right. Boom. Well, let's go. Alright, let's carry on.
This is a rescue mission. We need to find and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to them.
These corpus remind me of the Orkin. Selfish, greedy.
There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. You're near a fissure.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
The collected enemies are dropping reactant.
Oh, are they? That's very interesting, Lotus. I'm trying to think of, like, what do I talk about now that I've finished my several Mass Effect rants?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
Let's go on the offensive.
Let's do exactly that thing. Give. Whoop. Give me all of these things.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
Corpus walkers are headed to your location. Well, I'm kind of going the wrong way of getting down here.
For the tenor.
Again, man, you really need you really need to come up with like a better thing to go behind Lord of the Rings music. It just doesn't.
That's it. You opened the relic.
Like every time you say that, it doesn't really make me want to charge into an army of like tens of thousands of orcs on my own, like hoping that an army follows me into battle. You know, it's not one of. It's one of those. Like, it doesn't make me. I'm just remembering that edit where it's the. I'm just remembering that edit where Aragorn actually does charge in on his own, and then like he looks back and it's just like Legolas, and then Legolas is just sort of looking around as if he can't see him. It's great. It's the it's like come on, man. None of the things that you say ever make me think of. They never make me want to charge into an impossible to defeat enemy, because right, like in the name of any of these other things. Like, come on, man, you need better lines. All right. Like, for the Tenno, for the Lotus, and it's like, what about everybody who's not these people? Alright. Like, I don't know, man. For the Tenno just seems like such a... Like, it's you and your Warriors Guild, and you're like... I'm like, it's basically just you. It's you and everybody else that's like you, and I'm like... Do you remember when like Aragorn said like
Approaching the holding area.
Oh, okay, I saw that.
If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Like, do you remember when, like, Aragorn... by the way, I am well aware that this... No. I am well aware that that's not supposed to be, like, an Aragorn battle speech thing. Like, yes, I am aware. But I'm talking about the principle of arguing for yourself rather than everything else. It's like, do you remember when Aragorn said, by all that you hold dear on this good earth? It's like, yeah, do you realise what he's referring to this? Do you know what he's referring to when he says that?
Give me a weapon and I'll watch your back.
It's anything that the human race values about living, you know. It's your friends, your family, it's your countries, it's your lands, it's your women, it's your children, it's even your young, your children actually. I was gonna say it's like it's even like your young lads who are your lads who are too young to fight and like for children basically. It's like, yeah, by all that, oh god damn it, by all that you hold this, by all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand, men of the West. And they're all facing down an army that's many times bigger than them and also has no mercy. They have no mercy or humanity about them. They are tens of thousands of orcs, you know.
Let's go.
And you're basically there's like no chance of winning either, because as far as any of these guys are concerned, the guy who was supposed to destroy the ring has been killed. Not only has he been killed, but they also believe that Mordor have the... well, Aragorn says he will not believe it. He chooses not to, and that's why he continues to fight. But I think it's very obvious that he does believe that Frodo is dead. Like, he doesn't have any reason to doubt it. He doesn't have any reason to, like, doubt it logically. He's refusing to believe it because he doesn't want to believe it. Like, it's one of those things. It's like a... I don't know. It's like believing that your family member is actually like a. It's like if someone told you that your family member assassinated, like they're actually a secret CIA agent who knowingly and willingly assassinates, like, I don't know, innocent people for the sake of like the government remaining in power or something. It's like if someone told you that. Even if they're like they proved it, like they showed you the video footage or something like that. I mean, you can fake that nowadays, but it's like if somebody showed you all of that, you said like, no, I don't believe it. Like, you're not sat there like, that's bullshit. Like, no, obviously not. Like, of course not. Like, you're not sat there like that. You're like, no, this is bullshit. I do not believe it. I will not believe this. It's like that kind of. He's refusing to believe it, but I think it's very obvious that he does. There's no reason for him to doubt that it's true. Especially because, you know, the incredibly unique vest. Like not only did he describe Frodo in great detail, but he also, well, he said the halfling. Wait a minute. You know, he says, I have a token I was bidden to show thee. And he shows them Frodo's mithril vest. And everyone's like, Frodo, no. Like, yeah, he's like, the halfling. The halfling was dear to thee, I see. It's like, yeah, so, yeah, basically the point I was trying to get at was, yeah, so everybody now understands that Sauron has the ring. Him and his army of orcs have been returned to full strength, and he is ready to wage his invasion, or wage his war, and begin his invasion and domination and conquering of Middle-earth. Like, there's no chance of them winning this battle. They can't win this battle, like, conventionally. They can't beat the orcs, they can't defeat Sauron, they can't... He's returned to full strength, and there is no way of beating Sauron because the person who was supposed to destroy the ring and prevent his return to power has been killed by the enemy, and the Ring of Power has been is now in Sauron's possession. He has returned. His physical form is remade. He's returned to strength. All that, right? So they all believe. Also, they're surrounded by orcs. They can't like piss off back to Gondor. They're trapped. They're doomed. Like, yeah, Gondor. You know, and Aragorn's little speech about, you know, fighting by all that you hold dear on this good earth, like, yeah, he made all of them charge into an army that they literally cannot defeat, like, at his side, because of his appeal to fighting by all that you hold dear on this good earth.
There is a prisoner here that is vital
just-
to our operations.
I don't know, man. I
Search
really
for the
don't
holding
like that
location.
dialogue from
Watch out.
your
I'm
operator.
detecting void fissures
Where he's
nearby.
like, for the
They
Tenno,
have a
or for
matching
the
relic.
Lotus, and it's like, none of these things make me want to fight hard, you know what I mean? Like, none of these things make me want to fight. Like, if the Sentients were like a Reaper level threat, you know what I mean? And like, oh, we could hammer away at a Sentient for 10 minutes, and they would just look at us, or something like that.
Only corrupted enemies will
Like,
drop.
if Sentients were incredibly, like, threatening enemies, like, individually, and they had armies of them, and, like, we just couldn't beat them, like, if there was no way for us to fight the
There's a
Sentients,
heavy unit approaching.
like, nothing that a Tenno says would make me want to get Exalted Blade out and just go, fucking come on! You know, like, just no, oh wait, that didn't have it out for some reason, okay. Nothing would make me want to just go, like, alright, let's go, everyone fight, you know? Like, nothing the Tenno says would ever make me want to do that, you know? Like, oh, come on, man. We can do better dialogue than this. Again, I am aware that that's not supposed to be an Aragorn speech, but it's just the fact that it's just there's something about it, man. It's just the way that it's like for the Tenno and for the Lotus. I'm like, yeah, but like fighting for like these things aren't things that I would fight armies for.
Looks like heavy activity ahead.
Well, not any more than if you didn't say them. Like that's the thing. Like if you didn't, like I don't know, man. Like if I'm running towards an army and I know that this army is currently besieging a village of children, or I don't know, even if it's just not a village of children. Like, I don't know if the Sentients attack the Ostrons or something.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
And like the Tenno says something about like the Sentients have picked the Ostrons because they're weak. Like the Sentients have picked their targets because of this, that, or the other reason. But we're gonna make sure they don't take any more. Like, yeah, man, I'll bullet jump over there and I'll spam B. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. Like, okay, you're fighting for yourself, and you're like, that's. Did you just say for the Lotus again? It's like, look, man, I don't care about the Lotus. Here's the thing, I don't care about the Lotus. Like, I don't mind her, but I don't like care about her. You know, it's one of those like. If her life was threatened and I was able to do something about it, like absolutely, you know, I may like why not? Here's the thing, you know, I don't have any reason to like let her die or anything, of course not. But it doesn't it's like again no it's so I'm describing two different things there. It's like alright, if I'm fighting to protect the Lotus from an enemy, like hell yeah, I'll fight, but it's like fighting like in her name or in her honor or something. I'm like, right, but I don't care about these things. I don't do you know what I mean? I've got no attachment to the Lotus's name, you know, like it's just no
Move and strike. We have to win this.
yeah, it's like yeah, none of these I don't like these dialogues. I don't like this dialogue. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think we need a couple of alterations to this stuff, but alas. Give a few. We're getting a nice amount of stars today, aren't we? I very much appreciate it if we could get some sculptures though. That would be very, very nice. I'm pretty sure it was a void relic that we were on today. A void. So this week, I'm pretty sure it was a void Maru mission that we were on. A void sculpture, which means
You are
that
approaching the
excuse
holding
me,
area.
we're going to be a little bit away
If
from
the
it.
Guardians detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done.
Excuse me.
Go. Hurry up. You are running out of time.
Oh, I've got a minute and a half. Look, that's will be fine. That being said, the prisoner is being like gassed to death at the moment, so I probably should like, you know, even if they'll survive, it'll probably be really bad for their health, if not traumatic and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know,
Hostages in one of these cells.
it's like, yeah, it probably isn't the best idea to sort of let them suffocate to death, or like get to the edge of suffocation before I save them, you know. There you go.
You're dead, Tenno.
No, you're not.
Let's go home.
Wait, I didn't know that they told you their location before
Escort the
you.
prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
They need to fix that, by the way. This door is always grayed out as if you can't enter it, but you can. Once you've opened the thing up, at least, anyway. I seeth you. Lovely. I'm pretty sure I should have like 2,000 of those by now. I don't know. Maybe like 1,900. We'll see. I think I've actually got a couple of sculptures that I need to... I need a socket. I haven't sorted them out yet. Aha. There you go. Well, that might be my 1900 one. Oh, I accidentally gave the guy a pistol. Oh no! Now I was gonna try and John Wick the room, but he's gonna realize that he's not John Wick, and he's also not a Warframe, so he doesn't have nearly as much health and shields as thou. Yeah, I just love that the maximum shields used to be 740 if you didn't use like additional mods or anything like that. But then they released then they buffed shields, like when they buffed health, when they remade the stats and all that quite recently. And then on top of that, they then released primed redirection. And you're like, wow, so shields have gotten like a decent buff, haven't they? Great. I mean, I'm not complaining. You know, that is great. I am in fact a big fan of shield buffs. But there you go. Come on, what are we gonna get from you? What did I get from you? What? Am I going crazy? What did I get? Got 404 of those, which is great. What the hell is going on there? Is everything okay? I think something's bugged. Updating account information. Oh no, it's bugged. Oh no, it's really struggling. Updating account information. Oh. Oh! Well... Oh dear. Well, did I get anything from it? I mean, it's not going to tell me over here, is it? But, it's added those. Are you gonna, if I do like another mission in a minute, are you gonna like tell me what I got? You gonna add it to my inventory or something? I don't know. It's really, it's done me there. I don't really know what to say about that. Alright.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location.
Okay, right. Well, it occurs to me that I don't need to be able to hit just yet.
This corpus greed.
Void fissures. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics.
Attack us and we will counter.
The enemies are dropping reactant. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
We have as much time as we need, Lotus.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
Alright, well, I'll kill all these enemies that are down here, you know, the enemies that you're trying so hard to reinforce. And then I'll go over here and kill the reinforcements. How about that for a slice of fried gold?
For the tenno.
Stop saying that, boy. You know how I feel. You know how that makes me feel. Why would you say that when you know how it makes me feel? Alright.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is open.
Walkers incoming.
Don't mind me going away at something. Can I please get like a lockdown console? It's really annoying not, you know, it's really annoying that there isn't one over here. Right. I really hate that I've got to go all the way over here to get to it, you know? Boom. Alright, off we go. Like, can I say the weekend has creeped up so quickly? Like, it's Thursday evening right now, you know, it's nearly 25 minutes past 9 on Thursday. And I'm like, I thought it was Tuesday at some point. Like, no, I thought it was, like, I've been a day behind this entire time. Like, I thought it was Wednesday today, and then I thought it was Tuesday yesterday. Like, I don't know, man. It's all the time, every time. I always feel like the week, it goes quicker than I think it does. I feel like I'm the opposite with humanity in that regard. Like, you know, here we go. Well, you know, there might have been loot down there. You never know. Right, off we go. No, okay, right, cool. That's fine. So that means that we need to go up a level. Whoop. I love making really like smooth bullet jumps. Like not double jumps or rolls or anything like that. Like if I get exactly where I'm supposed to go, in just like not doing stuff like that where you wall run. You know, like I'll be able to just get exactly where I'm supposed to go and just one quick bullet jump and then that's it. That's like that to me is a successful maneuver. You know, like get rid of you, boom, and off we go. I forget how many traces we got from this one. I'm blocking your laser with my sword from behind. How about that?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Well, that was a mighty explosion, wasn't it? Contact. Alright. What's wrong, Tony boy? Did you not like my joke? Alright. I always think double jumping at that time always looked weird. Like it looks like I'm glitching through the. It's like my character ascends past the ceiling, but the camera doesn't. It's like if I try and do it now. Oh no, it was mostly alright at that time. I guarantee if I didn't say anything, it would have done it. It knows. It knows. Sometimes I wonder if the mic actually picks any of that up. I feel like this mic probably will, because I don't think it's got any filters on. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure on Twitch it's more likely to pick up stuff like sovereign impressions. You know, like, organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation, an accident. Your lives are measured in years. 1 second. And decades. You live and die. Your lives. No, wait. 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 I forgot my line. Ah, yes. And decades. You wither.
Stay focused.
Die.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
Our eternal one, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. For us.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done.
There you go, that'll do. It's like, yeah, all of that will, I'm 99% sure all of that will be picked up, whereas I'm pretty sure if I was to do it on if I was to go that low on like on OBS or in a normal video, it would, the mic wouldn't quite pick it up.
Thank the stars, not a minute too soon.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find
Well-
your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind.
Let's get started with that exact
Let's go on the
intention.
offensive.
Got a weapon for me? I've got some scores to settle.
Not for you, but yeah, go on then. There you go. Take it. It's one of these rooms. These ones are a little bit tricky, but I'll tell you what I will do. I'm going to go all the way over here. Whoop. Got an itch, right. Tell you what I need to do, actually. I need to do a Nora's Nightwave mission where I, first things first, complete a mission in,
Consider what I've learned.
complete a mission with only a melee weapon equipped. Which I think is pretty obvious that'd be a simple mission for me to do. Fatal attraction, lovely. Right, so you not got anything for me over there.
Attack us and we will counter.
Whoa. Boom. Alright. Lovely. Yeah, we can do better than that, but at the same time, that is 447 for us, so I think we'll be able to get somewhere with it. Yeah. I'm just hoping that like Ordis tells me what I got last time for that other mission, the one we don't talk about. But you see, I talk about it. Linking an item in chat uses square bracket. For some reason, at one point, the relics weren't working for me when I
This
did
is
that.
a rescue mission.
It kept saying
We
that
need to
item does
find
not
and
exist.
liberate the
It does
hostage
though.
before any harm comes to them.
Void fissures. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand it?
I am overconfident of this. Alright.
You found a fissure. Look out for reactant.
Come on.
They're dropping
That
reactant.
was accidental.
Use it to crack open a relic.
That's one idea,
Don't forget
Lotus.
the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
Sure.
There's
There.
no telling what the captors are doing to our rescue target. You need to find the holding cell immediately.
Sounds like a plan. Let me go get a whole bunch of loot, and then we'll see where that takes us.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Move.
Right, take me to your captain. Oh
We
no.
have to win this.
And we shall, Tony boy. Right. Get your hands off of that console. You don't know where it's been. Alright.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you.
Well, that's
Let's go on the offensive.
well, thank you, Tony Boy. That's very like interesting, Lotus. It actually doesn't matter much to me at all. I think, as I've made clear a few times, these aren't exactly tough enemies. And you know, even here's the thing, like the enemy's ability to spawn in around me doesn't matter in a game with this movement system. You know, it's just one of those. Like even if the enemies were like 1,000 or something like that, you know, like even if they were spawning in all around me, like they were level 1,000, it doesn't actually matter. You know, because for one thing, shield gating, so I can at least use that to my advantage. But you know, it's just. Wait a second. Wait. Oh, it's a syndicate, lovely. It's like even if they're level 1,000, you know what they're gonna do if I'm just running around all the time. It's like, look, man, the life support thing exists in survival missions for a reason. It's because you can literally just go and hide somewhere, or just run around endlessly, and you would be able to rack up infinite resources. Okay. So, I hope Cephalon Suda is proud of herself. I don't know, man. I feel like saving Cephalon Suda in the Octavius Anthem should just like immediately, like I almost lost my companion to you. Like I almost lost my like my Ordis trying to save your life. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. We we could have literally killed you. We could have literally just sacrificed you for the good of the Origin system. But now, for your sake, like for your sake, we risked the destruction of the Origin system, like in order to save you. You know, you're still sending enemies to come and kill me. I feel like that's a bit of a bitch move. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, come on now. It's like if I save Zaid's life or something like that, and he spends like he spends all of Mass Effect 3 trying to kill me, and I'm like, really? Nah, that's how we're gonna play it? Alright. Right. Yeah, I've already been over it before. That like all the other syndicates, like all the other syndicates, like being enemies with each other, just makes no sense. Because like most of them all believe in a different aspect of a thriving civilization.
If the Wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Like all of them basically,
Go.
all of them are basically just trying to restore civilization, but they're focusing on like a different. They consider a different aspect more important in it. Like so, but like why are you fighting each other? That's what I mean. Like you're not.
You need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits and don't leave the subject behind.
It's the thing. It's like, all right. So like normally, countries will fight each other for like like in real life, countries will fight each other for either land or resources, or political power, whatever else. But like, there's none of that in Warframe. They're not fighting each other for resources. They're not fighting each other for land. And in fact, they're wasting loads of resources on fighting each other. And you just sat there like, why? And you realise the only reason that they're fighting each other is because it's a faction system and they're supposed to fight each other. Like, there's no effort put into explaining like why the different factions are fighting each other. They just are because. Well, they are. Like, do you know what I mean? It's empty. I don't like the faction system, and it's that kind of thing. Like that's why Cephalon Suda still tries to kill you even after you save her life at the potential risk of the destruction of the Origin system. Like yeah, you save her life, but she still sends like an army's worth of, not individual, I know that a platoon isn't an army's worth, by the way. I mean, like, over the course of the game, she sends, like, several armies worth of Ospreys after you. And you're sat there like, alright, how about you keep these guys, and just build your numbers up, you know? Like, we could probably use them in the fight against Hun Hao and all that, but, no, I suppose. Or, like, you know, you could create an army of Ospreys and just use them to help defend the relays when they're attacked or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's no reason for these guys to... Like, here's the thing. You're telling me that all these syndicates, like, hate each other to the point where they'll constantly send armies after Tenno in the field, but, like, they literally live next to each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I don't believe that. Right. Yeah, like to me, it would make more sense if there were different relays in the game that were all themed around a certain that were all like owned and controlled by a different syndicate. Excuse me. Yeah. And I think the other syndicates should. Wait a second. What's going on here? I think like that would make if they're supposed to hate each other like that, then that'd be one thing. Like if they're supposed to hate each other, that would make more sense for them to all be in different relays. You know? But then it would also make a little bit more sense that some of them would be trying to defeat or conquer the others in order to, like, well, because they want that relay, they want that extra land or space, they want their people, they want their resources. They're like, okay, that makes a bit more sense. It's like, yeah, if they all live on different relays, it's a lot easier to explain why they're always trying to conquer each other. But as it stands, there's just no reason. I don't believe that these people want to kill each other. I'm being told. I believe that like I'm being told they want to kill each other, but I don't believe I don't believe that they are real people, or that they. I'm not immersed in the world whenever I think of the factions, because it's just not immersive. Like it doesn't scream. It screams scripted development in a game. It doesn't scream a fleshed out world. You know? Yeah, mate. Alright, we're getting many science stars. There you go. 50 traces. Lovely.
We opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
For the Lotus.
Well, this wasn't quite how I... Why didn't you slow down? Why didn't you do the slow-mo thing? I'm holding the button. Alright, okay. Hang a minute. No, get me up there. Thank you. Got there eventually. Boom. Go. Really do with getting one of those missions done with one of these missions done with just the melee equipped. I keep forgetting to do that, you know. It would be very useful if I went and got one of those done. I feel like I went for a couple of different pitches there before I settled on one.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go.
This is the jail.
Our hostage
Well,
is in one of
I've
these
got stuck in my own cell there.
I thought I was
Damn.
gonna die in there.
You were.
Thank you.
Prisoner located.
We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind.
Oh wait. Oh, that subject. Oh yes, I
Give me a
understand.
weapon and I'll watch your back.
That will not be necessary, good sir. It's my objective to get you out, not the other way around. Wait, what the hell? Oh, cool. There. Right. Well, it would probably be useful if I went and socketed that Valana sculpture we encountered earlier. You know, it would be even more useful if you got an auto sculpture. Yeah.
Stay focused.
Just 10 more episodes and we can begin sorties. Oh, we can begin sorties. Ah, yes. Oh, I just realised you don't get the personal quarters until after you beat the Chains of Harrow, which is going to be great. All right. Excuse me. Ow. Let's go. I don't know why I said ow. I wasn't in pain. Go. Go over here. What we got? Nothing over there. Got interesting stuff over here. And over here we do not. Which means depart. Come on. Guns and Prime Blade. Let's go. I think we've got maybe 2 more missions left in us. I think that's what we're going to deal with. Maybe at a push 3, but I think there's going to be 2. Alright, let's go. Where are you? There you go. That'll do. Go. Go. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do 2.